All right, we are going to wait for the Fancy Frenchie's account, and we're also going to be waiting for our special guest, Tory Lanez, today. We're really excited to have him, and let me just make sure the guys are here. So, there they are, Fancy Frenchies. Let me invite you to co-host. Really excited about this space. Let me see. All right, you guys should have gotten a co-host invite. So, hey.
Hello. How's everyone doing?
Good. Is this Sky Dollar?
Yes, it is. How are you doing?
What's going on? Hey, how are you doing?
Doing great. Excited to get everyone in here.
Yeah, same. I just gave Emil also a co-host invite.
Awesome. Perfect.
How are you guys doing?
I'll let Emil connect there. Perfect.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey.
Let's just let everybody get in here real quick. Let me text AMG.
Okay. I'm pretty excited. So Tory, I hope Tory Lanez knows that this is happening and he's going to be joining us soon.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm super keen to know how you guys managed to have a partnership with him, and but we can save the questions till then. How's everyone doing today? I hope you're having a good Friday after Thanksgiving, and for those who celebrate, and throw up a 100 if you had some good food yesterday. Hello. So my name is Theophana. I manage content and marketing at Magic Eden. We host Twitter Spaces quite a lot. We actually hosted one earlier today with Orkanaut. But basically when Fancy Frenchies was like, oh, we're going to drop our pups and we're bringing Tory Lanez, I was like, okay, let's roll out the red carpet. Let's go. So what about you guys? What'd you guys do? How was your Thanksgiving?
I spent it with family, watching football, eating early, that kind of thing, and then Fancy Frenchie's community. I think we all spent Thanksgiving together for a little bit.
Oh, no way. What'd you guys do?
Well, no, we were all just talking in chat. Of the community members, I mean, they're always there. It's great. Coming there on a holiday, everyone's still there. Awesome.
No, I'd love to see it. How many people do you guys have now in your community?
I think we just crossed 34,000.
Oof. Sheesh. That's awesome. It's a lot of growth since the last time we talked, yeah?
Yes. Yeah, super excited about that. But I guess while we wait, we can just go ahead and go through questions, but he'll be getting on here in a second. He's never in Twitter space, so I had to show him real quick, but.
Oh, no way. Okay. Well, let's rewind it back a little. I see there are a lot of Frenchies here, but those who aren't probably are a little curious as to what Fancy Frenchies is. And, we talked a while back, maybe a couple weeks ago now, when you guys did your first, when you guys did your most recent drop. So tell us a little bit about the collection. Yeah, let's just start from ground zero. Go for it.
Yes. So the total collection size for puppies is 7,777. And there's only 4,444 available for public mint. So the other 3,000 and some change are getting airdropped to holders. And we got Tory Lanez here. Let's pull him up.
Hey, how's it going? Oh, I think he's on mute.
Yo, what's good? How you doing?
Hey, good. How are you?
I'm incredible.
Nice. How was your Thanksgiving?
It was incredible. How was yours?
Pretty chill. I'm in LA, so it's pretty low key.
I'm sure there's a lot of food out there. There's a lot of different cultures and stuff going on out there. So I'm sure it was dope.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's hear it. I'm super curious to know how you got involved with the Frenchies, and tell us a little bit about yourself. Yeah, introduce yourself.
Well, I'm a regular guy. I just happen to make music. And it just happened to go well. And I am just a normal dude. I like dogs, but I love Frenchies. I have 2 Frenchies. And my first dog is actually a Boston Frenchie, but it kind of shares a little bit of both traits or whatever. But from when I got the dog, it's always super smart and super just intelligent. My dog will get in my car and roll down my windows and certain things like that. And so if you've ever seen me, and anybody who really knows me or is a fan of mine or looks deep into my lifestyle, they know of a dog that I have, Charlie. You know, Charlie's in a lot of my music videos. He's in a lot of everything, a lot of my daily life. So, you know, when I was told about this just being an idea and a thought, it was from my friend Corey. And Corey was just a dude who, from beforehand, we've always just kind of been on whatever was next, like just being entrepreneurs and kind of being on the more innovative side of entrepreneurship, just trying to find like what is the new thing. And when crypto and NFTs and all this type of stuff happened, it was funny because he was doing his own thing on his own side and I was doing my own thing on my side. And it ended up kind of being a part of the same thing. And he's seen me be successful in the NFT space and I seen him do the same thing. And so when we came together, we were like, yo, we want to do something that is actually, you know, cohesive to both of our brands and true to who we both are, and something that we could also do something that gives back to the community in some sort of way. And the Frenchies and the Fancy Frenchies were the best thing to do because when we thought about it, it was like everybody loves dogs, and not even only that, but like, you know, in a lot of our common towns and cities and states, just being there, you'll go and see people outside walking Frenchies, having Frenchies, paying wild, excessive amounts of money for Frenchies. And it's crazy because it was never like that. You know what I'm saying? But I was just like, in general, it's bigger than it just being about Frenchies, but more so just even about dogs. And what got me, and what made it like a specific, like, yo, I got to be involved in that, was when it was just about the percentage of money that we get, or percentage of just the product in general and company in general that we give back to saving neglected dogs and rescuing neglected dogs. So, you know, that's a little bit about me in a nutshell. I'm a dog lover, and Corey told me about, you know, the Fancy Frenchies, and then I ended up getting on board and marketing it with him, and, you know, creating it to be what it is now.
Love it for sharing your story. I'm super curious, Tory, like, when did you get into NFTs? And for you as a musician and an artist, like, what is like the intrigue of NFTs? Like, what do you hope to kind of get out of this experience?
Well, when I first got into NFTs was probably, I want to say, last December. And I was fairly one of the first people from MySpace doing it. I was the first person on MySpace doing it, like as far as like in the industry, as far as artists. And, you know, there's a couple people that beg to differ that it was these other people, but it was definitely me. I put 3 songs up as an NFT, and just 3 different pictures and 3 different songs. And I was just kind of testing the waters. And I remember I had did it with a Bondly Finance at the time. And again, I was just testing the waters. I was just a normal person, not knowing anything, you know, not knowing what NFT even stood for. I was just a regular person, you know, just normal passer go by. And I ended up selling the NFTs in such a quick amount of time that I didn't make any sense to me. It was like, hold on, why do these people care? Number one, and why is this selling faster than the normal, you know, traffic of my music sells? It's like way faster. And it kind of just like struck me differently that I sold out something so fast, even though, I'm an artist, and of course, I have a name and a face for myself, but the fact that I sold something out so fast, it just intrigued me further. And then, not realizing and just kind of just trying something out, me actually putting out those first 3 songs with the pictures and the arts that were attached to them, it was actually just me being the first person to put music on an NFT, like the actual, like, as far as like, a major artist actually making music and selling the music as a part of the NFT. I was the first artist to do that. And so when I started thinking about it, I was like, hold on, this is revolutionary, and this is actually something that I wasn't even prepared to stumble on. So when it started to come into full fruition of like, all right, I want to do this, and I want to do this on a way bigger scale. I don't know if everybody remembers, but NFTs were going down. They were like, there was like reports that like NFTs were they were like a 30% decrease in like the sales and stuff like that. And everyone kind of got off of it for a second because in the crypto world, 3 months is a long fucking time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like in that space and in this space, like 3 to 6 months is a long time. So this being damn near a year ago, or pretty much a year ago, me stumbling on this, people were like, when I first did it, it was like, oh, what is this? Then I left it alone for like a good 7-8 months. I didn't do any NFTs and it kind of started decreasing. I'm not blaming this thing all on me and saying I'm the reason. But when I came back with the million sales on an album and the first NFT album on Immersive, that was when I think a lot of things rewoke or were reawoken as far as like, people watching and people seeing and wondering what an NFT was and why. And I think it was the way that I was able to explain it to like the average person and make everybody who was not in crypto now be a part of a non-fungible token, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, I have a lot more questions, but I wanted to see if Emil or Skydweller, did you guys have any more, or should I just keep going?
You can go ahead.
Okay. So, what is the perception of Solana in the entertainment world? I'm super curious because I know that there was some kind of drama a while ago with like Lil Uzi, and I think he had like endorsed like a rug pull or something. Like, what's the word on the street now in your business? Like, are people converting more from Ethereum to Solana? Like, how are people thinking about different blockchains in general, or are they even? Is there recognition about Solana?
Well, do you want to know, I guess, like the entertainment industry as a whole, or do you want Tory's perspective?
I wanted to hear Tory's perspective on it.
Well, to be honest with you, I don't really have like a super perspective on Solana. I look at every platform as a place that, consumers can be a part of something. And if it allows the consumer to purchase or be a part of something that's like a cult following, I think it's dope just for the sake of art. As far as anything any other artist did, I don't really know. All I know is that, in this space, just in general, like you have to have something that is super intriguing and something that is important to people and something that hits home with people. And I don't think it has to do with, the artist or the person who does it. I think that whoever it is just has to actually want to do it. Like, I know that there's people who do things and, some things aren't fully all the way calculated as far as in this NFT space, because it's such an uncharted and like black space to people that, to do it right, you kind of have to be on it for a very long time and like in it. And so when it comes down to the perspective of Solana itself, like that's not, I don't really have a specific perspective on it or.
Okay, let me ask you another question then, a broader question. So you've been a trailblazer, releasing your album as an NFT. What do you think it's going to take for more musicians to get onto NFTs? And what are some of the barriers to doing that?
This is I feel like is a game that is going to play itself. It's just like what Napster did and what Apple Music ended up doing. And it was kind of like, oh wow, one day we looked up and then people were selling music for $1.99. There was, there was iPods, and there was, it's either you kind of get on it or it's just gonna show up and it's gonna be here. Because the thing about it is like what it does is, at least with music, and this is why what I did was so revolutionary, was because when I was in, my little situation that I had got into, there was this hope of like, well, we can take away these things from an artist that is working hard or whatever the case is, and we can take away these things until we feel like, we as an industry feel like this is okay and the people feel like this is okay. And I decided to just say, it's not about that. For me, more so, it's about me being able to talk to my consumer, make music for my consumer, and for me and my consumer to now be able to get money together. If there's a way that my consumer can do more than just enjoy my music and enjoy my product, and my consumer can now be a part of my product, that makes my consumer 4 times, 5 times more invested in me and in my music, because if I win, they win, which makes a fan feel like, yo, it's not even just about me supporting. Now when I support, I'm actually a part of something. A lot of times I think there's a disconnection in artists from their consumer, because there's no thing that they're doing together except for you coming to my show. It's always the consumer paying the artist. It's always that. And I felt like this would be the best way to now make us both do something that works. If I give you an album that's $1 and you sell it for $2, you doubled your dollar. You know what I'm saying? Off of just liking an artist and listening to his music and having it first, which you would have already did because you were already a fan or you were already a consumer of that artist. So, I wanted to bring in that revolutionary standpoint of like, now we can give more. Now we can give back. If I'm not mistaken, Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak and Bootsy Collins. I could be mistaken, but I believe that they just did an NFT as well, as far as something on their project too. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe they did it too. And I feel like the rest of the industry is going that way regardless. So if you're on it, you're on it. If you don't catch it, then you don't catch it.
Love to hear it. But what do you think is going to be like the response from record labels, right? Because this is like a huge threat to the way that the music industry is structured. Do you foresee that there are going to be restrictions, or that record labels are going to try to own some of that space on behalf of artists? What do you action there?
The thing about it is I think that sometimes people get scared about like, yo, what is this going to happen? What's going to happen, and what's going to be like? What are the labels going to do? And this is going to be bad, and it's not going to be bad. It's going to be great. The labels are going to be happy, because at the end of the day, this is now a way that they will make, a lot more money. But not only will they make money, the consumer will make money, and the consumer will now be more invested. I think a big gap in the label is, how do I make the consumer invested in this artist? Music kind of in a weird way begins to start being like stocks, and people want to invest in things earlier than later. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it makes it easier for them to pop artists off, and for artists to now have a platform that works faster for them. You know what I'm saying? People are just invested in you all around the world, and you don't know why. They might just like something about you. They might just feel like you have something dope. They might just, whatever it is that makes them want to invest in you. But, they're invested in your product, and they're invested in whatever you have to bring to them as far as musically in an NFT space.
Love it. All right. I think Fancy Frenchie's Sky Dollar, you wanted to ask some questions about your collection in particular. Go for it.
Oh yeah, no, we're good to answer questions about the collection or pull people up here and make them talk.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Whatever they'd like, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, maybe one last question for Tory Lanez, specifically on Fancy Frenchies. I know you've got 2 Frenchies, and now you're supporting this project. Just tell us about like what's been your experience being part of the community.
Yeah, honestly, it's been dope just seeing just the community grow of people that are actually just as much Frenchie lovers as I am. Like, you know what I'm saying? And just seeing it come into full fruition. I'm somebody who likes to, I like to sit and, when I plan things, I like to feel like, yo, this is going to make people happy, or this is going to evoke this emotion out of somebody, or this is going to give people joy. And even if it's digital, or it's something that is a digital piece of art, or a new piece of art, or a new technology, as you will, like these NFTs are, I still wanted to bring together a community of people, and that's my biggest thing, is bringing people together. And so I think that this Fancy Frenchie, just the whole collection, down to the fact that we're about to mint into puppies and all of that stuff, it's just creating a community of people that are now together. And like beforehand, there wasn't. I don't feel like there really was something as big as this, with the exception of like a Bored Apes or something like that. But I don't feel like there was something that's been as refreshing and dope since that. And I feel like, anybody in this space should be looking out for us as a company, because I feel like, we're really about to skyrocket. And I feel, not even I feel, but at one point, we're even planning on taking this even further. We have a lot of stuff planned, and I plan on this to be as big as Cause or as big as anything, because it's not just an NFT. It's just real art. You know what I'm saying? And it's real collectible art. And the same way that you see, a bear brick or a Cause, I want you to look at this too. And I may sound wild for saying this, or I may sound crazy, but at the end of the day, this will be big, just like how Walt Disney thought Disney would be big. You know what I'm saying? And I've always been somebody who's been innovative, and I've been a great person to the marketing space when it comes down to crypto and to NFTs. But this is something that I'm truly proud of, and it will continue to help neglected dogs also, and rescue neglected dogs. And it continues to do great and bring the community together.
Great. Thank you so much for the kind words. Maybe Fancy Frenchies, now is a good time for you guys to just kind of like reintroduce your project to all the folks who are here. I'm sure a lot of people are like intrigued by now, like kind of what you guys stand for. So tell us a story about Frenchies and tell us about your shop.
Yeah, sure. So like Tory said, we originally started this with just an idea, and now it's evolved to something where we can give back to these dogs and really make an actual change in the world. So it's meant the world to us and the community, just seeing everyone come together behind the cause, and all of the expansions and utility that we're adding with the pups is only going to accelerate that. So any questions that people have, I can't wait to answer.
Cool. I mean, should we just start pulling people up and letting them ask questions?
Let's do it. Thank you so much, Tory.
Thank you.
Much love. Y'all have a good one.
Thank you, Tory. All right. Our first one is Arthur Alien Eve. Hey, how's it going, Arthur? You want to unmute yourself? Arthur Alien Eve? Okay, if not, I will move on to someone else. A6, go for it. Oh, I think we got Blackbird Eve. Okay, I see you. Okay, let's see. You guys are both connecting. All right. Okay, you want to go for it, Blackbird Eve?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey,
yeah, I
good.
just have some simple questions. I was actually at a NFT NYC, and I think I saw your guys' panel at Magic Eden. It was like really awesome. It was like the first like panel I ever went to about NFTs, and it was super inspiring. So just wanted to say thanks for throwing that.
Oh yeah, no, big shout out to Magic Eden for putting that together for us at such short notice.
Oh my gosh, yeah. We actually had Fancy Frenchies. We threw like a gallery event, and they were one of the collections that we worked with. Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much for coming. Appreciate that.
Yeah, I was just wondering, kind of. So you're not running it through Ethereum, right? So it's going to be like Solana. I was just wondering, which kind of currency, crypto, were you thinking about using, and how are you going to roll it out?
Yeah, so we've actually had our first launch. We do it all through this launch. Sorry, I'm hearing some feedback on their mic. Hang on. Okay, we're good now. But let me get back to your question. Yeah, we'll be launching on the Sol network, Solana, and that will be 4,444 public mints. Total collection 7,777, and the rest of that collection is airdropped to our current holders. So anyone in here that's new to Solana or is migrating from Ethereum, you'll need a Phantom wallet, and you can go ahead and join our Discord, and we'll help you out.
Sweet, thank you. Thanks for the info. Awesome.
No problem. Thanks for checking out our panel.
Yep. And yeah, for those who might not know, I mean, so Solana is just another blockchain. One of the benefits, two benefits to Solana. Number one is that it's not as energy intensive as Ethereum. So there was recently a news report that came out about like the energy consumption of Solana versus Ethereum. And it's like kind of, using Solana is like the same amount of energy as doing a Google search, like transacting on Solana, whereas Ethereum is like much more intensive. And in order to offset those like carbon costs, usually like people have to pay what's called a gas fee on Ethereum, and on Solana that's just like significantly less. So it's better for the way better for the environment, and it's more affordable to transact on Solana. So I think it's safe to say that Solana is the fastest growing blockchain, and that's That's who we are. We're the dominant marketplace on the Solana blockchain. All right, let's see. We got a couple more requests. Capsule, actually, no, we had somebody else. Let me see. Capsule 6 Studios. I'm just going to add you now. Go ahead.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Hey.
I've been going throughout a lot of these spaces, so I see a few people that I actually remember. But a couple questions for the Fancy Frenchies. So how many are in total supply?
7,777 is the total supply. But for public mint, if you weren't already in the snapshot, which ended a couple hours ago, then you'll be participating in public mint, which is 4,444.
Got you. And then, all right. And then, so I've been seeing a lot of, I'll try to keep this short because there's going to be a lot of people that are trying to speak as well too. But I've been seeing a lot of different things as like rug pulls throughout the last few different weeks, and it's like seeing that you actually have a lot of support from this community. I personally, Magic Eden, this is probably one of my favorite sites to buy my NFTs. So thank you for being there. But just where do you see you guys in like a business kind of sense of it, like in like maybe the next year or two? Because I know that we're going to probably be heading into somewhat maybe like a bear market, like potentially. So it's just like to see that like the support is still there, and like I guess the community is still being propped up to still, I guess, like succeed. Best way, I guess, to put it.
Yeah, no, that's a great question. So our long-term plan, I guess we could chalk this up to be, a year or two down the line, is to have not only our virtual utility, which I'll get into in a second, but we plan to have real-world utility like our own animal shelter. So we want to have actual locations, an animal shelter, eventually a dog park, these kind of places where people can actively interact, and even real-world regular people can come by and get the help they need for their dog or buy out charity grants, all kinds of stuff like that. But for metaverse utility and other stuff that we see down the line that directly impacts you guys, we want to add all kinds of stuff. Like we have a utility token that'll be dropping within a week of this launch that we're collaborating with, as well as our own metaverse game and other play to earn platforms that we're going to integrate with once these roll out. So we're super excited to get all that stuff rolling and actually attach utility. So when there is a bear market, it's not bearish on the Frenchies, right?
No, definitely. That actually sounds really nice though too, because just a little side note too, like my sister's like a veterinarian as well too, so I'm like the whole entire pets are family thing, that's definitely here within my heart though. The animals, so
shout out to your sister, man.
And definitely. Also too, just on a side note, and I'll step down from speaking wise. If you guys ever need any kind of ideas, and that goes pretty much for anybody else in this chat, this is essentially what I just let everybody in the spaces know. I might be creative, but I know that I'm more useful to people within this community as an ideas person. So I don't mind giving out ideas to people, no matter how successful you are or how non-successful you are. That just doesn't matter to me. This space alone is about bringing everybody up within this community. And like I said, I'm more than welcome just to give out some ideas or even just kind of look over your project and at least give my kind of point of view. And that's really about it.
I'd love for you. Have you joined our Discord?
Yeah, I just joined, coming into the space and stuff as well too.
Oh, awesome. Okay. We've got a proposals channel.
All right, definitely.
Thank you.
Definitely. Yeah, no problem, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
Love it. Let's see.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, go for it.
Thank you. So my question is, what do you guys have in store to prevent the dump after you airdrop the puppies? Because people now buy Frenchies to receive the airdrop, but they may dump it after the airdrop.
So the way we plan to combat that is immediately after. Well, I wouldn't say immediately, but very shortly after. Like I said, time frame for this token to be collaborated with is within the week, right? So within that week, if you are to sell your pup or your OG Frenchie, that's fine, but you're missing out on the utility. You're missing out on that bigger picture there. So you basically be throwing away your, free advantage. So us implementing that utility fast is going to be imperative.
Yeah, I understand. Then I got one more question, because at the start of this launch with the OG Frenchies, we did a live donation. But as of lately, I didn't see, or maybe I missed it, but I didn't see any live donations. Are we going to do more live donations?
Yeah, we'll do more live donations. We have been just recording them. We've all been pretty busy, so setting up the live donation when everyone's free is a little difficult. But if you go to our Discord, I don't know if you saw, we just donated with the gray muzzle.
No, I missed that. I'm going to check it out.
Yeah, go ahead, hop in announcements. You can see the video.
Okay.
They're a great charity.
Thank you for answering my questions.
No problem. Thank you. I always see you in here. We appreciate the support, Bears.
No problem. Thank you.
Love it. All right, let's go to Sim King, and then we'll go to Savage Santas. Oh no, I think Sim King stepped down. Savage Santas, you want to go ahead?
Yeah, sure. Thanks so much. I'm so grateful for this space where we can all talk and kind of learn from each other. So I had a couple of questions for Fancy Frenchies, just about how you got your word out when you first started. So we're working on our own NFT that we want to drop later this month. And we've kind of just started building our platform. We're starting to build a Discord. We created this Twitter to try to connect with people. How did you initially get the word out about your NFT at the start? Do you have any pieces of advice for someone who's just beginning?
Sure, yeah. First off, awesome. Good luck to you guys with your launch and everything. But
Thank you.
The main thing that we really focused on is community building. So whether that be just getting a core team of members or people that are involved in the community that are kind of like your OGs, they've been there from the start, and have them really structure the community with you. That's probably the best thing we've done. And then as far as marketing, it's really word of mouth and getting people attached to the project. Not saying you need a Tory Lanez, but getting people attached to the project that care, right? So someone as passionate as Tory, you all just heard him speak. That's what you really need, whether that's a celebrity or just someone that's ready to get up on the mic and pour their heart out about what they feel about the project.
Right. That's great advice. Thank you. I appreciate it. And yeah, we're going to be dropping our artwork tomorrow, or at least one of them, to kind of share that. We're going to hopefully try to build our network from there. So thanks. I appreciate all the advice.
No problem. Best of luck to you guys. All right. Next question. I know Arthur Alien's been up here for a while. I don't know if he still wants to speak, but I've seen you up here for a while.
I asked him if he was on mute still. Arthur Aliens, you want to unmute yourself? Yeah, he just doesn't respond. We'll have to imagine what the question is. Let's go to Dominic, and then we'll go to AMG.
Hey, so basically I'm like a big Tory fan, and so I was just wondering, are y'all like a part of his like management or like NFT management or something like that?
No, we're not a part of any management team of Tory. We just we're directly connected with him and all of the people that we do partner with.
Okay, because I have no idea what any of this stuff is. Like, I'm like, what are you saying? Like a normal person, I'm just kind of getting in. So I didn't know if he was just gonna drop any more or anything. That's basically all I wanted to know.
Oh yeah,
anymore.
Well, here, I'll tell you what. Are you familiar with Discord?
Oh yeah.
Here, go ahead and click my Fancy Frenchie's name right here. Join our Discord. Get you sorted.
So that's all I gotta do is just get to the Discord and then it'll tell me everything?
Yeah, so we've got plenty of information there on how to mint, and the community, honestly, it's great. Everyone will help you out. Everyone's super welcoming. So anyone that's new, feel free to join our Discord and you'll get helped out.
Okay, cool. Well, that's just all I wanted to know. Thank you, guys.
No problem. Thank you.
Wait, AMG, go for it.
Oh, AMG's actually a part. He's one of our core team devs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, so, yeah. All right. My NFT house. Let's see. Let me add you. And then we can do TL and then John Lopez after that. Hey, my NFT house, what's going on? Do you want to unmute yourself? My NFT house?
Yes, hi. Thank you. Sorry, my connection is bad. Thank you, host. Thank you, co-host. Thank you, speakers and listeners. Yeah, I just want to say great work you're doing, Frenchies. I love the artwork. When did you guys actually start this project? When did this idea come to you?
So we had the initial thought mid-August, maybe a little earlier, and it actually started coming together late August. That's when we really started pulling it together and putting it out there.
Cool. And do you have a few pet Frenchies or?
Yeah, AMG's actually, he has his own Frenchie with him at all times. I know he loves that dog.
Cool. I mean, what we do, my project is, well, I work for my NFT house. We actually are doing NFT homes, and we're looking to collab. So, yeah, we'd love a fancy Frenchie bedroom. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, that would be cool. Shoot us a DM. See what we can do.
Yeah, you can actually DM me and I'll see what we can do for you.
Even better.
Wow, that's great. Yeah, I mean that's what the NFT community is about, isn't it? Connecting. And I was thinking to myself, why is the NFT community so close together? And I was thinking that I think it's because one of the reasons is because of the scammers and the trolls that are out there to get us. And I think that's brought us as a community more together. So like as an NFT space, we don't have as a like customer service section as much, but we have a community that replaces that, which is way better. I mean, the big brands out there like Coca-Cola and these other brands just would wish they had a community like we do.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, what you're saying is that I think that's what makes this so beautiful here. It's what makes this what everyone wants to get up and participate in every day, right? I mean, we see the same names in our chat that are helping everyone and helping with the project, and it's a great thing to wake up to, right? I'm sure you guys see the same thing over at your project. But if that's all, I appreciate the request. Go ahead and shoot a DM to Emil. Thank you.
All right. Shall we go to TL, or is that also one of your team members? TL?
I don't recognize that. No, go ahead.
All right. Poop lavishly. I love it.
All right. Yeah. Appreciate it. Just appreciate y'all for having this. This is actually my first time here. I found you guys earlier in the week, and I saw had Tory, Lanez, and boosted you all up, and I read about your project, and I really liked it. I was interested, so I went up ahead and bought some Frenchies. I just had 2 questions, if y'all don't mind. My first question, I think it was Magic Host, say that you all were the top, one of the top like NFTs on the Solana database, I believe. Would you compare that as like what are they called? I forgot what they call it. It's the apes on OpenSea. Would you compare that as being them, since the Solana market is pretty new?
Yeah.
I would, yeah.
Oh, go ahead, guys.
Magic Eden host. No, I'd love to hear the Magic Eden host perspective, and then I'll give ours. That's perfect.
Okay, yeah, thanks for the question. And no worries. Like everyone is still learning NFTs, so I'm happy to take any questions. So NFTs are sold on different blockchains or transacted on different blockchains. The biggest blockchain to date is Ethereum, and that's kind of the dominant marketplace on that is OpenSea, right? But if you think about, there are a lot of other blockchains, and Solana is definitely like the fastest growing blockchain due to the fact that it has way lower transaction fees and doesn't take as much gas, or is not as energy intensive. And so who we are is we're an NFT marketplace. So we're not an individual NFT collection. but we're a marketplace, just kind of like, I don't want to compare anyone to Amazon, but if that helps you understand, that's kind of like where, you can go to our site. So our site is magiceden.io, and it's there where you can see basically all these different types of collections, kind of the hottest collections on Solana, the newest collections on Solana. I think by this point, you're probably have over like 900 collections. And then as long as you kind of connect your wallet, so we accept like 5 or 6 different wallets that are compatible with Sol. So Sol is like the currency on the Solana blockchain. You should be able to transact very easily. So we've been around for a little under 3 months. So maybe I'd say like 2.5 months. And at any given day, we have like 50 to 60% market share. The average number of tabs that a user, has open with one visit is 11 different web pages. The average session is around 15 minutes. And so, yeah, we're super grateful that we have a lot of folks who spend a lot of time with us every day. And yeah, it's, for us, like, we think NFTs are just a really nice way for people to get onto the blockchain. And then from there on out, then there's like a lot more to explore. So hopefully that answers your question.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect.
No, going back real quick to, comparing us to one of the most successful collections on Ethereum blockchain, I'd say Solana, it's really just started, right? It's nowhere near to the level that Ethereum is at NFT wise, but one day very soon, I think it will be. And I do think Fancy Frenchies will be one of the blue chips out there. So if that answers that part of your question, that's what
Yeah, because I found in the community, because I've been doing a lot of research, that a lot of people are angry with the gas fees with Ethereum. And I know when I purchased the the Frenchies the other day, it was quick, it was very cheap, and it was way more simpler than OpenSea transactions. And I actually appreciated that as a purchaser. And a lot of people don't believe that Ethereum 2 will make things cheaper, but that's just what I've been reading. So that's why I asked that question. And my second question was, are you guys, I know you have real world ideas. Do you all have ideas with the metaverse, adding the Frenchies into the metaverse?
Yes, that's one of our biggest virtual integrations that we want to make. Just having your Frenchie and your Fancy Frenchie merch there, where you can actually participate in events or play to earn games, is what's going to keep this alive when, if we're in a bear market or even when it's booming. This is what's going to be almost free advertising to people. It's going to keep the community engaged and give you guys an incentive to still engage with Fancy Frenchies long after any hype's gone, right?
Yeah, that sounds great. Well, I appreciate y'all for y'all time. Keep up the work.
No worries. And hooping lavishly, if you look at, I just pinned a tweet that is the latest energy consumption report for Solana. So just, some quick facts are like, a single Google search uses, a little over 1,000 joules, and that's around the same that a Solana transaction takes. And in comparison, right, one Ethereum transaction is over 5 times, it's the equivalent of using over 5 gallons of gasoline. So just to give you a sense of scale, it's pretty insane. Yep. All right.
Well, thank you all for your time.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for asking your question. I think the next speaker is John Lopez, and then after that, we will go to Minu Chu. John, did you want to unmute yourself? No? All right, we can go to Minu Chu, and then we can go to Laura Ego Chega. I'm so sorry if I've butchered your name after. Minu, did you want to go ahead? And all these people being super shy. All right, third time's a charm. Laura, do you want to unmute yourself?
Yeah, for sure. So I just had a quick question on why you guys specifically chose the Solana blockchain.
Yeah. So funny enough, as we were just talking about energy consumption or Ethereum in general, we actually initially wanted to launch on Ethereum. And then after deliberating with other people, the team, we realized that Solana, there's an open space there, right? There's an open space for good projects and getting people in with fees that aren't going to kill you, So we ended up choosing Solana for that reason. It's user interface, and we just believe in the future of Solana a lot more than maybe Ethereum. That's how I put it, especially retail wise.
Cool. Hope that answers your question, Laura. Let me see. We've got some other folks. TL. Did you want to, Hooping Lashley? You got another question?
Yes, I'm sorry. I don't want to cut in line or anything. It's for the Magic Eden. Are you all thinking about making your own like type of coin or NFT or anything like that?
Yeah, it's let's just say it's in development, but no, nothing that we can share publicly at this point. Yeah, sorry to be so big.
I didn't even know about this. See there, there's some Magic Eden info in here.
Yeah, it's not an urgent priority though. Like we have a lot of other things we need to prioritize at the moment, but yeah, potentially in the future. Good question. All right, let's see who's next. Let's go to Ash, and then we'll go to Aristotle. Ash, you want to unmute yourself?
Here, I'm gonna bring up somebody right now. I see.
Okay. Maybe Aristotle, you want to go next?
Hey, what's going on?
Hi.
I just had a quick question, kind of more so for the well, I don't know if Magic Eden can help out, but for the Frenchie community. I was just wondering, were we going to have any like NFT showrooms, like via VR or in real life, or anything in such of that nature, like some type of event to bring the community a little bit closer together, a little hands-on?
Yeah. So here, I'll just lay out a few things. We did our first, I guess you could call it, real-world showroom with Magic Eden, which was really cool. And we also just recently, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Johnny Dang. He's a jeweler in the, kind of tied into the rap industry.
I followed those 3 events.
Oh, okay, cool. So you saw us there.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, we definitely want to do a lot more real world as well as integrate with our own metaverse. Like I said, we're going to be buying our own land and building out our own ecosystem there, but also collaborating in other ones. So that's what we're really looking to do in the metaverse.
Okay, an additional question to buying the land. What where do you guys plan on buying the land? Like the Central Land, Sandbox? Is there any specific platform you guys targeting right now, or is that still?
Well, those two being, main heavy hitters, we definitely have our eyes on them, and we definitely have been looking there. We really want to set ourselves up where it's the land's next to stuff, right? So we're trying to pick and really choose with where we decide to place this and what it's going to constitute for collaborations and just overall position. So that's one of the main things we're looking at, not so much as platform, just wherever we fit in best. And the community will have a say in it as well.
Okay, and this final question, sorry if I'm like hammering you guys. And as far as utility, was there any update besides like that what you guys said prior to dropping the Frenchie puppies? I remember the last update that I believe I received was some of y'all was working out with a coin, and if you get an incentive for holding the OG and the pup. Was there any update after that?
Yeah, so we're collaborating with a token which will be on a different network, but the way we plan to work it out is everyone will be guided through the process and receive an airdrop that is eligible. So what we do plan to do with that is integrate into not only the metaverse, but other incentives such as the game, etc., which will all be laid out in our Discord as well. I'm sure you're already a member since you know this, but we haven't really announced most of our incentive. We didn't really want to announce the token until after launch. We wanted it to be a surprise, but we were talking with, I don't know if you're familiar with the Fancy Senate, and it really was the best choice. Also, I forgot, shout out to our Fancy Senate. They actually were able, our community was able to set up that Johnny Day. That wasn't even the core dev team. So
yeah, I'm a part of the Senate.
Oh, wow. What's your name?
Dream.
Oh,
I'm in there trolling all the time with you guys, yeah.
Love it.
But I appreciate y'all. That's all I had for y'all.
Thanks, man.
No problem.
All right, we have, I see Jose.
I brought up Bree. You can go ahead. Go ahead, Bree.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I had to like unmute myself. But I just had a quick question, just going off of, I guess, like the question about the crypto coin. Since Frenchies are up and coming, Solana's up and coming, and like with going with the dog theme and stuff, would you guys like consider like teaming up with something like Simone coin? Because that's basically like the dog coin for Solana. Like, would you guys consider something like that?
We would. The only thing is we want to have full control with our collaborators on what's happening, especially because we want to integrate our charity aspect to that token. So us being able to work hand in hand with, I'm not saying they're not trusted, but people that we know that are behind it, right? That's really important for us and the community.
Okay, that's understandable. Thanks, guys.
Yep.
No problem.
Let's bring up Jake. You can go ahead. Let me bring you up. Actually, it's not letting me.
Who are you trying to bring up? It's because the room is full. The room is full right now. Maybe Bears, if you don't mind, I'm going to put you back down as a listener, okay? All right.
Yeah, that's all good.
Okay, bye-bye. And then I think, but we've got other people here who we haven't spoken to yet, including Jose, and then the NFT blocks and Crypto Dro. So maybe they can go first. Jose, did you want to ask your question? I know you have your hand up.
Yes, hello guys. I just wanted to ask, for the puppies tomorrow, it does, for example, it depends of the rarity of your OGs that you have. For example, me, I have two truckers. So I'm gonna get one better than if I have I don't know, one that is less rare, for example, or how does it work? Is those random?
No, yeah, it's still totally random. We will have stuff for those that do have rare pups and rare OG Frenchies. That'll tie in directly to utilities and other incentives, but we still want to make the whole distribution of rares and commons fair for everyone that does participate.
Yeah, of course, right. And my second question, last one. For example, if the last time the minting got scheduled like 3 times because the page was crashing, do you think even if it crashed, the one that we still have for the airdrop, we're still gonna get it, and then the minting will happen another time, or how do you think it will work now?
Yeah. So since that launch, we've upgraded servers and migrated hosts.
Okay, yeah.
I have an issue with that. That was an issue on our part. There was just so much chaos going on that week. I don't know if
I remember.
a lot of network being down, and then that. So it was a lot. But
yeah, it was a drama.
Thankfully, we don't have that this time.
Okay, thank you guys. Big ass project. Keep it up.
Thank you. Love your profile picture.
You already know.
I think we had Crypto Dro and then the NFT blocks, and then let's see, and then Jake.
Okay, great.
And a child with Jake. Crypto. Why don't we do Crypto Dro first? Go for it.
Hey, I was just trying to see. So I just got a Frenchie today, and I was trying to see. Am I eligible for the airdrop, or I missed that mark?
What do you know? What time, by any chance?
It was probably around like 1:00 Eastern Pacific time. Yeah.
Okay, so I'd like, what I'd do is go through our announcements. We took our final validating snapshot at 4 p.m. Eastern, but we're also taking other snapshots to make sure people that do relist or people that do move around their Frenchies, they won't receive it, right? So as long as you were before 4 p.m. EST and you don't relist, you're good to go. And you have to have 2 Frenchies. That was the other thing.
What was the other thing?
You're supposed, so you need to have the 2 Frenchies to receive the puppy airdrop. It's the 2-to-1 ratio.
Okay.
But for the token, you would still receive that airdrop for holding that OG Frenchie.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Thank you.
Crypto Crypto, you can go ahead.
Crypto just, I think it was Jake.
Yeah, let's let's
okay.
go to NFT blocks and then we'll go to Jake.
Gotcha.
So thanks. First, I want to say I love your project, and I want to know what advice do you give to those who are just starting? Which is the most important thing we need to do when we create a collection?
I answered this earlier. I would build community. Community is the most important thing. Having people behind the project that care as much as you and whoever is going to endorse your brand or your collection do, right? You want to have that kind of mutual commensalism that everyone is just on that same page. That's the most important part.
Okay. Well, so you need a team, no?
Yeah, no, we have a pretty nice sized dev team. I'd say it might be a little bigger than some other projects, but it just depends on what you want to do with it, right? How far are you going to take it? So us wanting to do this 5, 10 years, however long down the line, is really important that we have people that meet the skill sets that we need, and we don't have to, go outsource stuff.
Okay. Well, that's all. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Best of luck to you guys.
All right. Hey, Sick, go for it.
I just wanted to know, just kind of clarifying. I got a Frenchie, but one of my, I'm pretty sure it's just my computer. I'm pretty sure my computer is just old as shit. I've been doing it off of when I originally bought. So I bought it in digitalized. But then afterwards, I realized that you guys originally listed under Magic Eden. And when I sent it from one wallet, from my Slope wallet on my phone to my computer, it basically came up as an unknown token in my wallet. And then once I slid in your guys' Discord, like a lot of people were telling me, like, oh, we only buy it off Magic Eden. Like all the ones in fucking digitalized are fake. But when I sent it back to the original wallet I bought it from, and then it came back up in my wallet, and I'm able to list it on like just the other markets back. I just want to hear from you guys if the ones on digitalized are still thorough in your opinion.
Could you send me a DM? Because there are some fakes. That's definitely a huge problem on digitalized's end. And that is why people were vouching for Magic Eden. Magic Eden is great at keeping any fakes or anything like that off their platform. So send us a DM to either myself or Emil, and we'll take a look and see what we can do.
Yeah, send it to me so it doesn't get drowned on the actual Frenchies page.
Perfect.
Yeah, I got you.
Hello.
Going on?
Hey, I'm new to the Frenchie community, but I'm loving it so far. But I had a quick question. I partook in the Frenzy 8 sweepstake, but I feel like I might be confused a little bit on how it works. I purchased after the announcement, or what I thought was the announcement, but they're saying that I didn't. So I was just looking for some clarity. Like, how does that work? Is there a specific keywords to look for that means the frenzy started, or how does that work?
Let's actually bring up Ace of Spades if he's in here, because that was a community ran giveaway if I'm not wrong, wasn't it?
No, yeah, you're correct. So what we can do is you can again DM Emil, or if Ace wants to get up here and help you out. Or perfect, we've got Steve here. Steve's great. We'll pull Steve up here real quick.
Yep, Ace is here too.
Oh, Ace too. You guys just want to chime in?
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Hey, what's up? So I'm kind of cooking right now. So what was the question? I definitely heard it was something along the frenzy side of things.
Yeah, Frenzy 8. So I partook in it. You know, I purchased two Frenchies, one last night and one this morning. But I waited kind of until the Frenzy competition to buy the second one. But I think Elon said that I didn't purchase it after the announcement. But I'm kind of confused because it was announced at 6 a.m. At least I thought that was the announcement.
Did you? Because I can have you just go through Discord and DM me, and then I'll try and figure it out from there. Because I don't want to take too much of these guys' time on Twitter.
For sure.
I'm just Guide Dog Steve. Shoot me a DM, and then I'll try and sort everything out on that end.
All right, I appreciate it, Steve. But you know, I do want to say I think the community is dope, and a lot of people are buzzing about it. So hopefully, you know, scrub the ground.
Yep.
Of course.
Thanks, bro.
All right, you can pull me down. I'll try and handle that on the Discord side of things.
All right, thanks, Steve.
No problem. Later.
Cool. Did we want to? Who was next? We got. I think 6 spoke already. Ace Spades. I think he.
Oh, let's get Nick up here.
What's up, Nick?
Hola, hola, Coca-Cola.
Hi. How are you? Are you still in New York, Nick?
No, I just got back today. I'm so sad. I don't want to be in boring old Kansas.
I can't believe you live in Kansas. Okay, so for everyone who doesn't know, Nick is a 13-year-old. He's created his own collection, loves NFTs, and he lives in Kansas. So, yeah, I think, Nick, were you on our space with Frenchies last time? I think he was, right?
Yeah, I got a couple of Frenchies myself while I was there. It was super cool.
Yeah, the team really took care of you. Are you excited about the pups drop?
Can I get those? Does that come with the Frenchies?
Yeah.
No.
So if you have 2 Frenchies in your Phantom wallet, they're delisted before our 4 p.m. EST snapshot today, you are eligible.
Okay, cool.
And we also have our public mint, which is 4,444 puppies that will be up for grabs. But yeah, I'm pretty sure you're eligible because you were receiving a lot of love. I think it was 2-3 weeks ago.
Yeah, I got them I'll have to rebuy them because we had some minor fails with our. So I had to sell 7 NFTs because we had many contract fails. So we had to rebuy the contract. But I'm gonna buy 2 of your Frenchies because I love the Frenchies, no doubt.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, hey, we appreciate the love over here. You know, it's both ways with the community.
Yes, sir, man. Thank you. So how's y'all's day going?
Good. You have a good Thanksgiving?
Yeah, I had a great Thanksgiving.
Awesome. We like to hear. But
all right, let's bring up Callie Barnes. I recognize that name.
Oh yeah, I think it was him and his brother. They made a great TikTok for us.
Yeah.
Shout out to Callie.
Callie, you want to?
Hey, how you guys doing? I was wondering, in phase 4, will we earn Solana for playing with our Frenchies?
So that's one of the things that I believe we're going to try and integrate the token with. Whether we do make a separate Solana token with our collaborators or we do just airdrop a certain reward like that, that's still not confirmed. But we do want to have at least some transparency on that end. So worst case would have you guys would know beforehand if it's going to be a different network, but it will still be play to earn or P2E for those that are.
All right, that's what I was wondering. And after like phase 5, where do you see us in like 2 years for like the OG holders that like plan on never selling because they believe in the team and the community? Where do you see us like holding in? Like what will be our rewards?
Well, so having similar to, I don't want to just copy the Bored Ape.
No worries. I understand.
Similar to their, I guess, private or exclusive seeming community, we'd love to have that set up with our OG holders. So we'd love to have exclusive private events for those that we do know are day ones and have a certain role or receive in chat. You guys will be given tons of other incentives, but as far as utility, that's definitely something we're looking to reward those that have been with us from day one because we know it's been a long journey and it's just getting started. So 5 years down the line, a lot more real world stuff.
All right, for sure. Thank you. That's what I wanted to know.
Thank you. Appreciate you. We see you in Discord all the time.
Yeah, no worries, man. I got a lot of things going, but I don't want to air them out right now. But I plan on, getting with the team and got a lot of plans going for the community. What my music is at, but yeah, appreciate you guys and happy Thanksgiving to everybody. I'll be back in the Discord.
Thanks, man. I think Bree has another question. Go ahead, Bree. Oh, she's
Yeah, I just added her back.
Yeah.
Hey, Bree.
I just had a quick question. I forgot. How soon after the puppies drop is the rarity gonna come out?
Rarity shouldn't be too long. I'd say maybe an hour to an hour tops after launch. Just depends how busy they are. Sometimes they get a little backed up with the metadata, but it shouldn't take too long since it's a smaller collection.
You guys have it already set out a lot quicker than the original dogs, right?
Yeah, no. So we've already got it planned out with who we're going with. So it's already been notified. They'll just need all our metadata right after.
Okay.
Similar to what we'd have to do with Magic Eden.
Okay, awesome. Thanks.
Thank you.
All right. Any other questions? We don't have any speaker requests right now. I guess Fancy Frenchie's team, you want to share something on your roadmap that we haven't talked about yet?
Yeah, we haven't really touched too much on, I guess, where we plan on taking this in the future. I know we kind of allude to it every now and then, but we really do want to see multiple Fancy Frenchie locations where the community has a say in the real world and the metaverse. So kind of just expanding outside of not necessarily a central country, but outside into different areas in the real world where people can engage and come meet us and other members of the team. That's what we really want to see. Building community through all kinds of merchandising drops. I know Tory's talking about Cause Dolls and Bear Bricks. We really do want to have those implemented where you can have your Fancy Frenchie, or you can have a piece of the collection with you.
Very cool. Thank you for sharing. Nick, did you have a question?
Yeah, I just wanted to ask real quick because I've seen y'all's floor go up a lot recently. So if you guys want to kind of explain what you guys kind of did to make it go up and what kind of suggestions you have for other projects to have that same kind of flow that you guys do with your community even after Mint, because as you guys can see, most projects after Mint for a while kind of fail with their floors. So what do you guys do differently?
Wow.
I'd say that's a great question. I'd say we've recently, I guess the last few weeks to a month, we've really started having the community involved on a different level. And when they feel that they're being heard, I'm sure some of them can attest to it. It's a different dynamic. So what a lot of these projects do is there's not that much community say, and they end up falling short because of that. So us being able to deliver on what we say and what the community is in need of, which is utility and incentives, is what really is driving the price up right now, especially with the exclusivity on that collaborated token, the metaverse plans. All of that is driving the price up. As you've seen, you can go check out the Magic Eden stats or any platform. We've had a few 100% price increase. So that really does play a bigger role into, I guess, long-term floor control. But I would suggest that any new project engages in their community way earlier than we did. I wish we did it after day one. So really do put those people in place and give them a say. That'd be my suggestion.
Thank you. Yeah.
No problem.
Well, we got one other speaker, Mohit. Hey, what's going on? Mohit, you want to unmute yourself?
Hey, so I have a question with regards to, first of all, hello from Toronto. I hope everybody is safe and doing well. It's great to hear people's voices from around the world. I have a question for the team. Async. I want to talk a little bit asynchronous and music. What are your thoughts around the idea around the promise from artists saying, hey, this is going to be a morphing piece of content, a piece of art that is going to have several iterations that you're investing in? Do you feel that's there's an ethical line? Is there a promise? Is that built into the smart contract? I just wanted to know if anyone had an opinion on that.
So are you saying like the future, them basically attesting to the future of what's going to happen?
Right, exactly. Okay. And loading that into the marketing hype, you know, because some people do have the right size audience to be able to build that. But I also don't know if the promise can actually be. Anyway, I'd love your thoughts.
No, yeah. So this is a great question. I think what will happen is I'm sure that you will see more regulation in that regard. Not going to try and sugarcoat it for sure. But what in our project in specific, I'm just going to go off of that. We really don't like to have them guarantee a sold price going up. Tory Lanez will never say, hey, we're going to be at 5 sold tomorrow, right? No false guarantees like that. I feel like that is a very thin line for people to toe. So us kind of just delivering on our end and making things happen, and then if people hold, they hold, right? You're doing that because you believe in the project, not because you're told by someone that you do share some kind of rapport with because you listen to their music or you like their content. So we like to leave that up to the person, not necessarily put it in their face that it's going to be at this price, because that is what you're talking about, a risky area.
I have one last very follow-up question. Thank you so much for that insight. My follow-up question is, have you found an alternative to Discord yet? Because the onslaught that it is now for every person, from starting at day one to, you know, your day ones, as they say, like it's a little. Have you found anything that you are looking at as another central location to be able to organize conversations?
Honestly, I think we'll see Discord optimize and become a home to a lot more projects and a lot more gaming related things. I'm sure, as we know, most people in here, or if you didn't know, Discord did start out as just a communications platform, and then gaming took over, and then it kind of evolved from there. So evolving to like the Web3 side of things is a no-brainer, in my opinion. Now, I don't know if there's a better alternative. I know there's Telegram, WhatsApp, like there's all sorts of communication outlets, but Discord happens to be the most organized right now.
Thank you for taking my questions. I appreciate it.
Thank you for asking.
Nice. All right, let's see. Any other questions folks have for Fancy Frenchies and their pup drop? I guess I have a question. So I know you guys want to create a pet shelter one day, or a dog shelter. How is that progressing? Any update from the last time we spoke?
Yeah, so as far as actual locations, this is actually kind of funny. Mohit is located in Canada. We do have a few team members there, as well as the States. So we're trying to figure out what's the best, most cost effective, and what would be the best for the community to participate in. So whichever, there's less restriction, more leeway, where we can have certain events and stuff like that hosted, is where we'll choose to place this initial animal shelter. But we do eventually want to expand on multiple fronts. Actually, the actual funding and allocation, we haven't begun yet, but we're using a lot of the funds from this Puppies Mint, putting forth the actual metaverse build out and the future of the animal shelter itself. So whenever we do go ahead and come out with it, it's not going to be, hey, we're going to need to raise this amount of dollars on Kickstarter, for example, right? It's more so communities here, everyone's ready to go. Let's pick and choose where to place this first one, and let's get everyone involved on it.
May I make a quick suggestion from a Canada side?
Yeah, sure.
So I think that there's enormous value for you to be able to teach how shelters themselves can build value in communities, rather than just be a place that consistently seeks donations of some sort. And I wonder if what you can do is create that impact where you can show various shelters that have well-established, and operations costs are the biggest, right? So I'm wondering if there's a way to bridge that in the idea of what you want to do, which is have an impact on a broader swath with showing how shelters can benefit from, getting into the economy as well. That's just a thought.
No, that's a fantastic idea. I think a lot of animal shelters would not only benefit from that, some of them have communities that don't get utilized, right? Some of them have YouTube channels, they have social media followings that are good for likes and spreading awareness, but they could stop having to ask for so many donations if there was that kind of community diehardness, right? If there was some sort of
Oh yeah, it's you're building loyalty the same way that they've traditionally been able to. In fact, I think they'll look back at a time like this and think to themselves, "Oh, I can't believe we didn't do that sooner." This is great. That's very inspiring. That's a very inspiring way to think of this.
No, thank you. That's a great point to bring up. We'd love to collaborate with any charities out there and see what we can do to aid them and build ourselves off the ground with them.
Great. Thank you. Yeah, would be super curious to see how that comes to life, and I'd be the first one to support if I see an animal shelter. Let's see. Oh, I think Nicole, did you want to ask a question?
Hey, I just wanted to say that I bought my Frenchies really shortly after Mint, and that it's just been an incredible community to be a part of. And I feel like I'm watching this paradigm shift happen in the world. And through just like Frenchie ownership and being part of that community and watching the way that it evolves and the way that the IP develops, that I'm part of it in real time. And it's just an incredible experience. So I'm never selling my Frenchies. They have their forever home with me. And I'm just really psyched to be a part of this. So just wanted to give a shout out to the community.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, and shout out to you. I see you a lot on the Instagram. Actually, I recognize a lot of people in here.
Yeah, awesome. Now you can expand your family with puppies.
Nice. Actually, I'm curious, Nicole, like what's been like a really meaningful interaction that you've had with the community? Any stories that you want to share?
Honestly, I think it's so fun. It's just so much fun on the Discord. And I just really enjoy hanging out. My work is so, it's like work. It's really hard work. And just to relax and chill with the community. And then it's just fascinating to me to watch it grow and to watch just like the Senate form. I mean, that's crazy. How long have we been in existence as a community? We've already got a Senate. So I think that's been pretty incredible. Yeah, I just really enjoy it.
Wait, can you guys elaborate on your Senate structure and what that's about?
Yeah, so we actually have a few of the members you saw in here. We had Steve, we had Ace of Spades. I know there's a few other, Woof, I see. There's a few others in here. I don't know if I can scroll all the way down and find them, but they're all shouted out. They have ranks in our Discord. They're titled Guide Dogs, and what they do is they've honestly made our lives easier and interacting with the community on a different level, because we can't always be there and see exactly what's going on. These people are amazing at what they do. Like I said, Coco was able to lock in the Johnny Dang situation by honestly just the Senate and the community. So that having the Senate structure is ultimately what I think is going to carry this project on the next year, on the next 5 years, just because that's what matters now in NFTs. It's not necessarily hype.
Cool. Love it. Love it that you guys are thinking creatively about governance. And yeah, I mean, would you guys still say that, the Senate structure, do you feel like that centralizes things a bit? Like, how do you make sure that the Senate is also carrying feedback and opinion from the rest of the Discord?
So the way, for example, the Senate has a community wallet, right? Which they've just finally gotten they can fully see it now. They can see the funds that they can allocate. So when they do go ahead and make a spreadsheet or make a layout on what they want to pass, it will be voted on by the actual central DAO council, community first. So people that are involved in this council and people that are involved in the community have a say before it's even, I guess, not thought about, but before it's in action. So that's kind of how we get a step away from the centralized side of things. And it's more so just, I'd label it as community ran, because centralized is a scary word, but that's how I would label it.
Nice. Got it. Ace Space,
Is
did you
there,
want to elaborate?
oh, sorry. I just wanted to ask a very quick question about what you're referring to. Where is all of that stored within your community? Is it a centralized place within the community that people will go to refer to as how the progress is happening, etc., or is there an email list? I'm a little archaic and trying to figure that part out.
Yeah. So I guess touching back to when we were talking about platform, Discord is really great for this reason, where we have separate channels and everything is stored there. So everything stays on this Discord server where it can be accessed from, you could go all the way back up to when we first made the Discord and see what was going on. So being able to look back and store all of this information labeled in different channels, like we've got our Fancy Frenchie 6 channel, like someone was talking about, where they can go ahead and interact there, or you can go and get how to mint help, and you can learn how to mint. So in the future, we do plan to have a dashboard where everything's accessed, but right now, Discord is the best place to go. If you're involved in Fancy Frenchies or want to get involved, join our Discord, and that's where you'll get all the help you need.
Great. Ace Space, did you want to say anything?
What's up, Ace?
I think he had requested to be a speaker again. If not, we can move to Wes.
Hey, can you
Hi,
guys hear me?
Wes. Hey, yes, we can hear you.
Hey, just wanted to congratulate Fancy Frenchies on all their progress. You know, they've been really working hard. And I got a couple questions, but I know I won't take up a lot of you guys' time. So it's more towards the gaming side of it. I just wanted to see what the progress is on the 3D renders. And when those do release, if they do release, are they going to be another collection? Will they be airdrop? Just how will that work?
So there won't be another collection. There won't be a need to airdrop anything, as the way we intend to have it is it's sort of a Web3 situation. And we're supposed to be getting on a call with our game developer. I don't know if you guys have seen him. His name's Clyde in there. He's done great work in the announcements. We have a few of those renderings like you were talking about. But what you'll really be able to see is down the line your own Frenchie in the game. That's where we really want to get to. So when you're playing to earn with your own Frenchie, and there was no need for you to go ahead and purchase this or pay to have this, that's what we want to go for. We don't want to have it so there's another mint for that. If that answers your question.
Yeah, it does. Awesome. Yeah, I love how you guys make everything so accessible and easy.
Thank you.
Yep.
That's our community.
Yeah, I'll just leave it at that. You know, I know you guys have a lot of people trying to speak.
Awesome. Appreciate it, Wes.
All right. I think we have Bree back for the third time. Hit us with your question. Hey.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can.
I just thought of something. You guys said how the dogs and the puppies, the utilities are going to be more beneficial when they're together. When it comes to if somebody wants to sell their dog or their puppy, do you feel like it'll be less useful? Like, say I wanted to sell my puppy, then what would incline someone to buy it if they're not getting the benefits out of it? Would you consider selling families, I guess units?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You know?
So a package. So they will be separate collections. So that's not exactly an option. But if I were to just be new and I go allocate my OG Fancy Frenchie and then the Fancy Puppy, I would receive those benefits. So it's an extra step, but it also kind of plays on the exclusivity.
Okay, that makes sense. Thanks.
No problem.
All right. I feel like we're drawing to a good close here. We still have a lot of people in the space, but no speaker requests. Fancy Frenchies, how are you guys feeling?
Honestly, great. We're super excited to get these puppies out and then deploy the utility. So I would encourage anyone in here, stay tuned, keep up to date with our announcements, and we all love having you guys around. I know we just got someone here that requested to speak.
Yeah, I was just going to say, maybe one more speaker, Bump a Shop. You want to go ahead?
Hello, everybody. Good evening. First off, I want to say big ups from Small Island, Jamaica. You guys are definitely the talk of the town in my neck of the woods. And I want to say just brand new to the community. And shout out to everybody in the Discord. Coco has been making the process super easy for us. But I did want to address the idea of maybe something sort of like a summit. I'm not sure what the status of the states is at the moment as far as a community getting together, kind of like a Fancy Frenchie doggy park.
So you said kind of like a meetup thing?
Yeah, in terms, I think summit's like a workshop place to kind of grow and learn.
Yeah, no, we'd love to do a lot more real world, I guess, meet and greet, or just everyone coming together and learning and having some other meaning behind it. But that's definitely in the works. It's something we've been planning for a while. We just need to get location down and make sure it's somewhere that everyone can access, or most people can. We know there are restrictions. It's a crazy world we live in today. But in the metaverse, that's what's great about the metaverse, having regular stuff like that. So we'll definitely tie that into people that can't make it. There'll be a metaverse version or something along those lines.
Awesome. So definitely look forward to that then. But in terms of anything in the real world, I guess more to come on that.
Yes, more to come on that for sure.
Awesome. Well, yeah, appreciate it. Thank you for the time, and you guys have a great one.
Thank you. Thank you for the shout out, and big shout out to Coco and all of the Senate members that have been killing it. You guys are great.
Nice. We have two hands risen for the NFT blocks and then Emil.
Yeah, that was an accident.
Okay. I was like, you can speak. All right. Blocks, go.
Okay. You say you want to be part of the metaverse in the future. So I want to know, how is the process? You will work with someone else, or you will create your own space?
Yeah. So actually, it'll be pretty even down the middle, a little bit of both. We're going to have our own in-house build out, and we'd love to collaborate with whoever we feel is a good party to join. We'd love to collaborate with anyone that's out there that has connections, ideas. We love that. So it'll be kind of 50-50, but we do plan to do a lot of our custom work.
Okay. Thank you very much.
No problem. Thank you.
All right, guys. I feel like we're kind of good here. Any other last minute questions? Going once, going twice. Sold to Frenchie. Oh wait, we got one. Okay.
All right, you beat the buzzer. Bring it up. We're good.
When Lambo. It's a great name. When Lambo, indeed. You want to go ahead?
Hey, I'm kind of new to the what is it? The Solana.
Solana.
Yeah, I just got on the website. Like all those wallets, I don't see them iOS on the app.
Oh no, we don't have an app yet. But you can find us on. So it's magiceden.io.
But like I'm talking about the wallet.
Oh, you mean for
Wallet.
Phantom Wallet? You need the Chrome extension.
Oh yeah.
But I'm pretty sure they're coming out with the app though pretty soon.
Yeah, I tried Solar Flare, but every time I try to connect my wallet, like it keeps saying connect wallet, and it's not connect.
Yeah. I suggest Phantom.
Okay, you said just get on the Chrome.
Yeah.
You have a laptop or a computer?
I got an iPad.
Yeah.
I think you need.
Yeah, you may need like a desktop or a laptop.
Okay, all right.
You can use remote Google.
Okay.
Or remote Chrome. It's an app, and then you can put it through there.
Look at this community trying to get one Lambo wallet access. I love it.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, join Discord. You'll get helped out.
All right, guys.
Thank you.
I think we're good here. Yeah, good luck, Win Lambo. All right, Emil or Skyjaller, any last words from you guys?
Just thanks for having us. Down to do one of these again.
Sure. Always a pleasure. Yeah, come back anytime. And yeah, thank you everyone for tuning in. Look out for the pups drop. When is it again? One more time?
It's tomorrow.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, make sure you give Fancy Frenchies a follow on Twitter to learn more information and enjoy your pups and enjoy your Frenchies. All right. Bye, guys.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Bye.